Tonight. Hope we're all doing very well. I've been in there chatting with you tonight before I've gone live. So I will say hello again. Why not? Welcome to everybody else. We've got Raylene and Helen. You were the first two in tonight having little chit chats. We've got Gail, Karen, Raylene again. Sue, yeah, did enjoy the race, honey. Sat in the recliner, 7.5 hours of paperwork as well. Great time with the laptop on me. Julie, good evening. Hi, Karen. Yvonne, Dizzy, I did turn that down. Oh, hang on, gone the wrong way. There we go. We've got Barb and who else we got? Oh, dear Karen, when will I understand I need a yummy fabric? Thanks, Dizzy. Sue, Julie, Karen. Now, listen, just by the way, peoples, if you really want me to put a little label on it, just to say to the postman, just hide it, or so my hubby, deliver it when the hubby's not home. We can always do that, or I can always put a little tag in there and say you won a raffle. We've got Sue, Joanne, Marg, Amanda. Hi, how you going? My husband's so impressed with the quilt I'm making for our daughter. He reckons I'm doing great, matching up points. Oh, he's so gorgeous, Helen. Very supportive. Nice to have those supportive husbands. Karen, you've got one there too, and I'm sure all you other ladies have as well. It is a fun craft to have because the gifts you can make, and it makes you stay away from them while they do their thing. So that's okay. Hi, Vicky. How are you? So now I can watch the comments up there. I don't have to look at the phone. So we have got, what are we on? Treasure Hunt. Love your ideas. Thanks, Dizzy. We've got Treasure Hunt Wednesday tonight. If anybody is new on there, on here, Treasure Hunt Wednesday. Things will not be live until 8:30 tonight. What I do is I hide some different things throughout the website, kits and everything. There's usually over 20 items hidden in their wrong spot, no descriptions. Just the picture is what you go for and the price, and you go hunting for them. But it's not till after 8:30. I do go through what's hidden as well, so you know what you're looking for. Don't forget the 3 S's. We've got the 3 S's. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of these notifications. We've got that stalking me on Facebook and Instagram. Love my stalkers. All right. And then we also want to share. So share the posts. Share as many as you can to who you can. Any guilds or any sewing groups that you've been in. Just friends from up the local that you've around the neighbourhood that patchwork and quilt. Let them know that they can join in here and say hello without actually getting close to you. They're in their own chair with your own drink. And it's a little bit of fun, and we do learn a lot of different things in here as well. And I have a great time chatting with you, you guys back and forth. So we have new fabric tonight. I guess we got to bed about 2 o'clock this morning. Was back up early. So I've got some new fabric. Now, this one is a variation on the black and whites. So it's not totally black and whites, and you can probably see it peeking through the quilt behind me. All right, I will scan up there in a minute. This one I am calling Midnight Twist. Reason being, it's got a lot of dark midnight black and whites, but it's got a twist because it's got blue. Are we all ready for this one? Are we ready? Here we go. So there you go, ladies. This one has the passing trade picked up since the bypass? Nah, Vicky, still a bit quiet, honey. And right now, you guys got a sneak peek and I took it away. Vicky asked a question. Hi, Ruth. Right now I'm getting NBN put through, so the whole footpath's getting dug up in front of the shop as well. So that doesn't really help. But there's never been a lot of traffic once the border shut. So we've been pretty quiet since the borders shut in about March or so. So, but that's okay. You guys are here and it's all online, and I do get the odd ones through here. All right, here we go. I'll do it again. Midnight Twist. So this one here actually has, you got your grey again. So I've put the grey back in, but we've got a darker grey with the darker fabrics that come through light, and these are almost a steely blue colour they come to, and then as they go through to the lights, these ones are a lot more blue, and this little herringbone is actually a very, very dark navy. All right, so it just blends in with the blue. So you've got 5 that go from grey to the blue, and then you've got your normal black and whites that go from dark to lights. It's an amazing range because there's so many colours you can put them with. You like these ones, Joanne? Yeah, it was one of those things where I thought black and whites, and then I thought, let's just do a little bit of different to it and put a twist in. Hi, Mum. Mum's on now. JD Brand, that's my mum, June. All right, ladies, so she's there watching. So this one is hi, Christine. How are you tonight? Hope all is well with all you. Yeah, we're all doing all right, I think. We're all waiting for rain or a bit of cool, a bit of warm. All right, so this one I call Midnight Twist. I wasn't going to call it black, greys and blues. That went through my brain. But good old Anne come up with this one for me. Anne from Crystals and More. She was very inventive. I wasn't. Hi Zena, how are you? Haven't seen you for a little while. So yeah, so there we go. This one's Midnight Twist. So what did I make with it today? After cutting it and going to bed about 2 o'clock this morning, I made this quilt for you. It is just one of the Jelly Roll Race quilts. It's a 2.5 inch strip quilt. All right. So if I tilt up like that, you can see it. So see here, this has sort of got the blues in it, like the blue. I've put the royal. No, I've just put blue with this one. All right. Do it this way a little bit. There we go. It's just got the blue in it. I put the little triangles. So I'm going to show you how to do that. There's actually a shelf just there. That's why that's poking out. It's not actually in the quilt. Yeah, but that's how it worked when I just did the normal everyday 2.5 inch strip quilt. Great quilts to make. I'm going to run you through how to make them if nobody's ever made one. If you have made one, I'm going to show you a little twist. All right. So that is the colours. It looks really great. Look at this. This is it in the 2.5 inch strip quilt. Once I rolled these all up at 1 o'clock. All right. Is that in focus enough? There we go. Right, they all just blend together beautifully. So you've got them in the 2.5 inch. Got them in the 10 inch squares. You've got them in the 5 inch. All right. You got them in the 5 inch strips. So they're selvage to selvage. If you don't, a bit wary of 5 inch strips. These are fantastic if you're not sure what you're going to do as well. High five can be made with them. Quite a few of my other kits can be. But what you can, if you have these, if you want a wide border, if you want a really wide border, then these are selvage to selvage, like your 2.5 inch strips, all right? If you want some 5 inch squares, if you want a 10 by 5 inch or something like that, the grey looks amazing, Dizzy, and for it to go into a little bit of blue, it looks really, it's like a steely blue, all right? That's why I call it Midnight with a twist. So it's not quite all dark, so it's just got a little twist. And the other thing is if you want some 2.5 inch strips, you can always cut these in half, all right? Because these are a 5 inch. So these are really, really versatile cuts. And I also was managed to able to get 4 fat quarter packs out of them. Anne, I know you love your fat quarters. I think it was Anne that liked them. All right. So I've got 4 fat quarter packs. They're on the website at 8:30. All right. So you don't leave me yet. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'll run through the kits. No, I'll make the quilt first. I'll put it down on the sewing machine. Then we'll go through the kits. Then we'll go through the treasure hunt. All right. Let me just move these out of the way. So if you've ever not made a 2.5 inch strip quilt, these are the most amazing ones to make. They don't take much time, and it's really like a mind-numbing in a way because you're just sewing a straight seam. All right, 1/4 inch is great, but if you go off a little bit, it's not going to show. All right, what you're going to do is, and I'm going to use my sample that I've always used at shows, and then I'll sew the triangles and show you how that works. So what you're going to do is you're going to open up the roll. When you open up your roll, I should have kept that one up on the table here, shouldn't I? When you open up the roll, okay, any roll, right, but of course you're going to get one of these because you're going to make one then. All right. Do not sort the colours. It is a big urge to sort them. Do not sort the colours. All right. You want to put them together as they come off the roll. Now, my OCSD, obsessive compulsive sewing disorder, that most of us have, I wanted to sort them so that I wasn't putting them all together. When I did make one of those many years ago where I sorted the colours, it actually put them all back together and they weren't scattered throughout the quilt. So it looked okay, but it wasn't what the effect that this is supposed to do. So do not sort the colours. What you'll do then is you'll take them out of the pack and you're going to join them as if it's binding. Okay, so we're going to take just the strips, and you know how we join binding with the right angle. All right, like this. Now I do not cut the selvage off or anything at this stage. All right, I actually sew them because once I sew them I've got to cut this as well. All right, so I just let the selvage hang over the edge, sew it from this right angle point down to this one. Now if you want to draw a line you can. If you want to do anything, me I eyeball. It's only a little seam straight down. I'll show you in a minute because I'll be doing some. All right, you're going to join them all together so you get a big long strip. You're going to join the whole 40. All right, when you're doing the 40 you're going to get a 1600 inch long length. I'm not going to hold it out here and I'm too short anyway to hold out. All right, thanks Mum. So yeah, you're going to get 1600 inches. That's why it's called 1600 race quilt. It's approximately 1600 inches long. All right, you're going to join it all together. Then what you're going to do is you're going to find end to end of that big long strip. Okay, you're going to find the end to end and fold it in half. Had a fun weekend with friends making these amazing quilts different. They look depending on the jelly roll. Totally Dizzy, they look so different. And I'm going to show you what to do a little bit differently with them too right now. All right, you're just going to fold them end to end. Okay, so you're just folding it in half, and what you must do is cut the first strip in half, because this will offset the seams. All right, you don't want all the seams and straight lines down. No, you cut it in half. Then what you're going to do, when you have sewn those 2 strips in a fold, you end up with 2 strips together like this. Okay, so then you're just going to pick up the ends again. Now you don't have to trim anymore because it's already offset, and you're just going to pop them together, and you're going to sew down either side. Pick a side. It's a 3-second decision. All right, and you're going to sew all the way along until you get to that fold again. All right, and you're just going to chop that fold, and then you'll end up with 4 rows. And that's all it is to make these ones if you don't want to put anything in it. I'm going to show you how to put things in. So with the 4 rows, you fold it up, sew it down, cut that fold, and when you open it, you've got 8 rows. You fold 8 to 8, sew, cut, you've got 16. All right, when you fold the 16 to 16, cut that fold, open it up, you've got 32 rows. You have this quilt that's behind me. So it's a nice and easy one. I'm going to kickstart the machine here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, oh, turn the light off it, because we don't like the light on it. Move the phone. Oh, don't want that falling off. There's a touch light there. Okay. What I'm going to do is show you how to put the triangles in. Why did that go bright? Don't know. Okay, so I'm going to tilt it down to the machine. And I just have to turn this. Oh, I have so much stuff down here to do. Right. There we go. All right, so what we need when you're going to be making them, we've got our strips. All right, you guys can see that? That's close enough, is it? Okay. You got your strips. Okay, so I've just got some extra strips here from those Midnight Twist, a brand new one. All right, and what I'm going to do, these are going to come off the roll, right, the same colours. Bit of odd one. What we're going to do, if it's the same colour, so I'm one for when I do it, if I'm joining the same colour together, I want to put something in between it. So this is where these little bits come in. Now you can actually get a pattern from me. I'll show you that in a minute. It shows you all this and how the measurements and everything. But it's a 4.5 inch by 2.5 inch strip, and that's just your solid colour. What I'm going to do is I'm going to join it onto the strip like binding, like before, but the little tiny piece here, this colour, is going to go towards me. So I'm going to go in a bit from the selvage, yeah, because I'm going to cut it. You don't want too much time doing that sort of thing, right? I'm going to sew, I'm going to get this right, go this way. I'm going to sew from down, from where that one meets, from the corner, all right, down to that right angle here, all right, where they don't meet anymore, they part, all right. So I'm just going to sew straight down, doing this in the dark, all right, and what I've done is I've just sewn with it towards me in the sewing machine down. So this is where then I will trim across here. Now I just eyeball 1/4 of an inch. All right, this is now cutting the selvage off too. Didn't have to cut twice there. I just had to cut the once. The bin's here somewhere. There we go. All right, then I get it and I will finger press it out. All right, so I just finger press. All right, just finger press it so that it's out. All right, then I'm going to, and Narelle has done that totally wrong. Why did that not work? Let me try that again. I've got to do this where I'm in my mojo. Let's go down again. Put it in. Yeah, you've got to go this way. I went the wrong way. See, it can happen to anybody, ladies. There we go. We're going to go from this end to this end. Right? And I'm going to cut that 1/4 inch. Yeah, this is live, so it just shows you that I wasn't thinking properly. All right, then I'm going to finger press out. That's what I needed, a little bit more of a bigger piece. Let's just forget that piece before. All right, I'm going to go there. Then what I'm going to do, go to the other end of this one. All right, and this piece here has to go away from you. So you put it away from you, from the machine. You're going to place it down. There's the selvage. Now I'm just going to have it poking out so I can see where that solid colour is. So it's just poking through. All right. And that's where I'm going to start, and I'm going to sew straight down to where these don't meet anymore, all right, where they come apart. All right, so I'm going to pop that in. I've got this right now. You wouldn't think I made that quilt behind me today, would you? All right, and I'm just going to eyeball this, and the machine just came unthreaded. All right, this is a comical one tonight. This is, I can show you, this all happens to me every now and again. It will come unthreaded. I thought I was doing okay. If there's any comments coming up, you ladies can laugh. You can, you know, things like this happen. And I'm doing it in the dark. The light on the machine's not on. There we go. That's going to be my excuse. I'm going to blame the tools, all right? So there we go. So now I'm just going to go straight down to where they don't meet anymore. All right, so if I show you the other side, you can see the thread. All right, so I've gone down to where they don't meet anymore. I'm going to trim that off. All right, just trim it off again, 1/4 of an inch. So that's where I've sewn it, where it's away from me, from the machine. I've sewn down, trimmed it off. So when you open it, you do get a triangle. I do know how to do them, okay? Yeah, it's just because I do this so it's for the camera and not right. And yeah, you saw me last week, did the same thing. But anyway, that's how you join it in. Now, if I was joining, we're not going to look at the other end. All right, now when I'm joining a different color, I don't put a triangle in. I'm going to show you again. I know you love me watching me do boo-boos. All right, let's get this on the right angle. All right, so we're going to go, this one's going to go towards me because it is just the one for, I'm going to sew from where the fabric doesn't meet. All right, so from this corner up here down to this one, I'm going to trim it off. I've overlapped so the selvages are not actually included in it, and I've just joined it like that. So you can do the whole quilt that way as well. All right, but my next strip is the same color. Let's do a take 2, and let's see if I can get this one right. All right, so we're going to put the little square down, the rectangle down. I'm not going to imagine that I've cut the selvage off. I'm just going to leave it there, but I imagine that it's not there. I'm going to then go down from that point to point again. Right, trim it and cut it off. Right, when I open it, I just give it a little finger press. Don't need to go to the iron. I'm going to get my other strip, my next one, that's the same color, because they're coming off the roll where they're all together. It's going to go away from me in the sewing machine. All right, I'm going to pop that down, and I'm going to ignore the selvage again, make a little poke through so I know where it is up there, and that's where I'm going to start my machine, and I finger press that down so it sits flattish, and I'm going to head for down where the fabric doesn't meet anymore. Right, so I've done that. I'm going to read all your comments in a minute. I can't see them, but I haven't got the phone next to me either. Right, so then when I open it up, and it's going to work, we've got another triangle. That's how easy it is to put triangles in. You can do squares. No way, you don't have to think about that. But it is basically, when you put that in, this goes towards you in the sewing machine. The next strip will go away from you when you put it in the sewing machine. That's how you do triangles. Let's get away from this machine. All right, it's dangerous for me, I think. Hang on. Oh, why is that not turning now? There we go. I think I've got to do that. There we go. All right, straighten me up. That's a bit hard to do. There we go. All right, so let me read your comments just in case I missed a few. It was quite funny. Yep. Love the grove. Karen Dizzy. Had a fun weekend with friends making it. Yep. Always seem to sew the wrong way as well. Thanks, Christine. 30 years of doing it, and I still do the little things. Yeah. I love my practice tool. We all have a practice tool, don't we? This is my practice tool. It sits here right beside the machine. It's called an unpicker. But it's practice tool because you know what? I didn't do that seam quite right, so I need to unpick it and practice it again. So I call it a practice tool. It's just for that. Mum, Joanne, Karen, you're all, oops, typing error. Yeah, on Mum. Yep, that's okay. At least you're typing, Mum. That's really great. You got it working. Zena and Joanne. So you're all chatting to each other. Now, so that's how you do the triangles. Now, when you do it, because you're joining it in where it's all the long strip, okay, what will happen is when you're folding it up, I'm just getting rid of this off the table. That'll become something later on. When you're folding it, some triangles go up and some will go down. All right, so if I just tilt up, see how some triangles are going up and some are going down? All right, if you've got really bad OCSD and you cannot get past the fact that you need all the triangles going the same way, don't make it. All right, you just don't worry about making it this way. You can make it as a long strip and then cut the strips the size you want, and then you can have all the triangles going the same way. But if you want to make it as a race quilt, all right, the jelly roll quilt, 2.5 inch strip quilt, they will go up and down either way. All right, so we just have to move on and it's okay. All right, so that's how you make and put the triangles in. It's how you don't do it, and it's how you do it, because I got there in the end. All right, so let's just go through the kits I've got up here in my new Midnight Twist one. I'm just going to move the machine a little bit, turn it off so it doesn't keep talking to me. Let me move this out of the way, move the chair. Okay, so I've put some patterns here. They just pop it up. I can actually turn around. I've got a queen size one with some old marbles with the black triangles. Yeah, you can do squares, definitely. I have done squares as well, Ed. Put little squares that make it pop, and that looked really good in a really busy fabric, just to have that pop of it. Okay, it's all right, I'm keeping an eye on the messages as well. All right, so let's see. All of these kits are all done up with Midnight Twist, and they are all on the website, so there's lots and lots of them in there. Show you the squares. I have got the little sample. I haven't got one made. Yeah, see, you just put a square in there. Yes, that's really old retro fabric that I used to have many, many years ago. But that is how you put the square in. Basically, just so the square, it's a 2.5 inch square. All right, you can put that in. I should use my sample of triangles instead of trying to do it live. Hi, Margot. How are you, darling? All right, so what we've got some rectangle 4 patch. I've married this up with, we've married it up with some black, some red, the blue, obviously, there's a couple of kits, wine, stepping stones. What I did was stepping stones, so you know the stepping stones one where you have the checkerboard looking. I've married it up with the multi-solids, okay? So you'll have those in it. So it'll pop with lots and lots of different colours in between the Midnight Twist fabric. I've done it up with a funky picnic, a jagged stacks. Let's just go through what I have done it up with. We've got the bullseye. All right, you've got the 4 corners. That'd look nice with it too, ladies, that one. This is your 2.5 inch strip quilt I was telling you about. So this is where it's just a plain quilt. This one here is where I've cut a piece out. All right, and all I did was use the width of my ruler. No special specifications. All right, I have written on there 6.5 inches, but basically that's just your ruler. You'll cut 2 pieces out. On this piece here in the middle, you'll actually put a solid piece, turn it upside down, and yes, you will have to rewatch, Margot, because I made a little boo-boo. Turn it upside down, and hopefully it looks mirror reverse. In there also, it's got the triangles and the squares. They're all in there. All right. Funky Picnic. There's a pattern for Funky Picnic, and I did that one up with the Royal, so the deeper blue, not the blue that's up in that one. I was waiting for, there you go. What do we, oh, that's right. Yes, Margaret. We got mine. Oh, why did I put mine then? No, I didn't do mine then. That's not in there. That must have got picked up when I picked all the others up. Keyhole. That's underneath where you can do keyhole or you can do rectangle 4 patch. Okay. I haven't got any of them printed at the moment. I've got to go out and print some of those. But keyhole and rectangle 4 patch. You've got jagged stacks. You've got high 5. Unbreakable. The latest one I brought out on Saturday. I've done this one up in some kits as well with the Midnight Twist and the good old triple rail. So all of those are kits that are on there, and I've got them up with different colours. Now, as you would know, if you want a different colour, just give me a call, give me a message through Messenger. I will change them around. I'll just leave it there. No, I need to put the treasure hunt stuff up. All right. So, yes, so there's lots and lots that will go live. A couple of things. This is a really old black and white one that I did in the mirror reverse. If you ladies saw me at the shows, it's been travelling around with me for about 4 years. But that's the one where I've done it with just a ruler cutout. This one here, this one's a great one. It is 16 strips. Yeah, that's where all my threads get kept. That's why I had it. It's just 16 strips. So don't use 40, you just use 16. So if you've got 20 pack, right, need to come and do some shopping. Oh, definitely, Therese. I'll be here. Just ring me anyway. I'll be out the back. So 16 strips. Get a 20 pack, put 4 to the side. Still join them all as one big long thing, and you just keep folding them until you've got the 16 rows, and it makes a beautiful little kid's quilt. Little tiny quilt. It's a great size. All right, it's just a little tiny one. And the 4 strips that you put, I have been, Christine, very busy. It never stops here. Yeah, the 4 strips you put on the to the side, there's your binding. Can be made. You know, as I always say, if once people know that you're a patchwork quilter, they think you can just whip one up like that, which we sometimes do, but we don't tell them that. But yeah, and they want one made. These are great if they just want it whipped up. All right, let's go through treasure hunt. And the rules are absolutely no rules. Okay, you just go hunting for them. They will be on the website at 8:30. We've got 6 minutes to show you all these. Here we go. I won't talk too much more. We have lots of shishiko hidden around in the tan, the steel, and the navy. All right. Fun flowers with brown in a tripper. We have a 10-inch slice twice with the fun flowers with the royal. Now, don't forget, I was going to say, when you buy these, you don't have to make this kit. All right, when I sell the kits, these prices are exactly the same as if you were going to buy them on their own, but you get a free pattern. So if you don't want to make this one, you're actually going to be getting this fabric cheaper because I've discounted them. Yes, yeah, you have got one, Christine. I know, I love you got some more fabric. I need to see what you made with them. I've made something. All right, so they're actually, you're getting the fabric for a discounted price as 10-inch rolls, or 2.5 meters is in there as well. So don't forget, you don't have to make exactly what they are. This one's a leaves one with the dark navy in a jagged stacks. We've got a bullseye kit grey with leaves. We've got a crooked bars with fur balls and lilac. We've got just a normal or me 3. Yep, Margot. The origami 5-inch strips. What else have I got here? High 5 origami with brown. Is there a trend happening here that I'm trying to move on stuff because there's more fabric coming? All right. Once these are sold, they're sold. Escalator origami with tan. Running out of room on the sewing machine, they'll go on the floor. 2x2 with a yellow lemon. All right. Cats and dogs with grey. That is a rectangle 4-patch or a keyhole. All right. We've got a double 12. All right. I've got some 1.5-inch strips. You're getting the good side of me here because they're all on the floor. I didn't have room. 1.5-inch strips. We've got them in the Woven Earth, Morningstorm, and Joanne, your lovely Paisleys. That's the last. I did dig, and I found one last one of those with the 1.5-inch strips. All right. What else have I got down here? Oh, that's why I put Mind Bend up. Mind Bend. I put a kit up. That one's got, most of these have $10 off them or more. All right. Mind Bend. That's a black and grey. Yeah, black and grey. All right. I'm rushing because I know it's going to go live soon. We've got some 5-inch squares, 2.5-inch. 5-inch 2x2 black and white and cats and dogs. It's not the new black and white ladies. The new black and white's called Midnight Twist. And I've got a stepping stones with leaves and tan in there. Yep, I'm at the bottom of the box. So there's over 20 items on there. Don't forget also patterns. If you put the coupon code or the special code pattern sale in when you're at the checkout, patterns will come down to $15. Okay? Schedule posts for Facebook. Send in your sharing time. I am trying to routine myself somehow to do all my scheduled posts on the weekend. And have them all scheduled for the week. So if you don't see yours pop up for a little while, it's because they're just in the schedule to come up. All right. I've actually painted the whole side of one of my walls with blackboard paint, and it's my lounge room wall, and it has a great title on it, and it's about my brain and everything I need to remember. So as you send it in, I write it up on there, and then I can put it on sharing time, and I'll try not to forget by putting it up on there, so I can write all over my wall with chalk. All right. That is Treasure Hunt. Is there still free post? Yes, definitely, Jenny. There is still free post on patterns. Yes. And you'll get them for $15 still with free post, okay? If you just buy a pattern. Don't forget, if you buy any of these kits, you get a free pattern. Anything over $80 is still free postage. I'm holding on to that one for as long as I can. That is going to have to go up soon, but I'm still hanging on to it, all right? So I'll leave it at $80 for as long as I can. I'm just going to have a drink because bending up and down, I'm getting old. The other thing is marbles. I'll be doing the pre-release probably in 2 weeks, a week and a half. They are getting on the water this week, okay? So they'll be starting to come over. That's when I get really busy. There's like 1.4 ton of fabric coming. So yeah, lots of fabric coming, but we've got the marbles that will be here. I wonder if I can shoot this camera around just to show you. This is not the marbles, but this is that vodka in that bottle? Oh, Karen, I'm a Scotch drinker, honey. No. So if I turn it around here, let's pull this up so I can hold it properly. Can't wait to see the marble colors. I'll show you them in a minute, Helen. I've got the swatches here. Okay, so that is one of the ones. I've made it with two. That's made with 3 rolls. It's a queen size. It is with the older marbles, okay, that I used to have, and I've just used it. You probably saw it hanging at shows. And I put black triangles in it, so that will go on a queen size bed. All right, that's that one. Helen, what I'll do, if you've missed it, let me just grab my swatch of marbles. Here they are. Oh. Now, I'm only going to give you a real quick one because it is going live very shortly. But, oh, that was a good side of me, wasn't it? There we go. Right, it's pretty official. It's all on. These are the ones I've got. All right, so you're going to, I will have them all cut up. I will have them all properly to show you. Oh, that's a better angle. There we go. So they're going to be the marbles. When they've sent them, they haven't put them in the right order, my OCD, but anyway. So that's what the marbles will be looking like. They're a beautiful cotton. They're made by my manufacturer that makes all my solids and everything. So they're on that good same quality. Give me about a week. You don't need to see out there with the workman. There's workmen out there doing NBN. Okay, so I will have them up and do a proper nice night on the pre-release of all of those for you, okay? But they are still about 5 weeks away to actually before I get them because they are coming over on the boat. Okay, so it is live. I will let you go. It's 8:30. Don't forget, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that notification bell. Stalk me on Facebook or Instagram. Share all the posts. Share everybody's posts so that everybody knows we're here. Bindi's groupies are building. We are getting bigger and bigger, which is absolutely amazing. We need to get them more in here so that we can have lots more fun. Not that you guys aren't fun. I think I'm more fun when I do things the wrong way. So have a great week. I will see you on Saturday for weekend workshop. Never know what I come up with between then and now and then. All right. So good night to everybody. Night Raylene, night Barb, night Helen, Yvonne. Karen's in there, Mum's in there, night Mum. Might get up to see you soon, not sure when. Zena, night sweetie, lovely to see you again. Haven't seen you here for a little while. Hope all is well. So everyone, have a great night. Margot, you'll rewatch. Night Karen, Dizzy, night sweetie. Hope your daughter's fine. Hope she gets a fabric soon. Julie, can't wait for the marbles. Neither can I. Maybe I'll get some marbles. I don't know. Off to have some fun treasure hunting. Yes, it's all live now, ladies. So not only is the treasure hunt live, the Midnight Twist is live. Little hint, all the treasure hunts are hidden under a name that relate to the Midnight Twist. Okay, so that's a little hint for you tonight when you're searching. Midnight Twist was the theme, and all the words that I have named them have something to do with midnight and twisting. Okay, so everyone, please stay safe. Night, Joanne. I think I saw you pop in there. Yep, Ruth, Sue. Everyone, please stay safe. I will see you Saturday. I won't let it go too much longer. And happy sewing. All right, Dizzy, see ya. I was just keeping an eye out for him. Wonderful. All right, everyone. Have a great couple of days, and I'll see you on Saturday for Weekend Workshop. Bye.